Laura Pope from the Investing News Network, coming to you live at PDAC 2018. Joining me here today is William Sheriff, Executive Chairman of Golden Predator. Their ticker symbol on the TSXV is GPY. William, in 30 seconds, can you please give us a breakdown of your company and its value propositions to investors?
Sure, and thank you, Maripo, for having us here.
No problem.
Golden Predator is an advanced exploration company working almost exclusively in the Yukon. We've been working there since 2009. Two projects there. Our Brewery Creek project, which we've had for a while, is a low-cost heap leach proposition with 853,000 ounces of 43101 resources. We'll be doing metallurgical work there this year to improve the economics on it. It's already economic at $12.50, but we think we can greatly improve that with just a minimal amount of additional test work. Where we've been spending the bulk of our effort is on our very exciting high-grade 3 Aces project, which is in southeast Yukon, where we've put over 300 drill holes in the last 2 years and have opened up what we think is the most exciting new discovery in Canada within the last few years.
What are you currently working on?
We will be connecting 2 zones this year. Last year we did a lot of close space drilling to kind of determine the model that we're dealing with, that is how the gold occurs, and also metallurgical testing to prove that we can actually efficiently get the gold. In fact, with gravity and water alone through our bulk sampling, you can see a bit of the results here, courtesy of Pat DiCapo, one of our big shareholders who's loaned us this nice 100-ounce gold bar. We've been able to show that we can take the rock, crush it with, and run it through a simple gravity plant with 95% potential recovery. 83% was our actual recovery, and now we've determined by going with the centrifugal process we'll be able to actually up that. So we're looking forward to doing that as well, and that's it's rather unusual to get that kind of recovery with just water and crushing. But this year we'll also be doing a lot of very wide space step-out drilling, trying to connect 2 known zones, drilling a new area that we've just recently acquired that is in contact on the same structure as where we've been. In all, we've got a 40-kilometer trend of mineralization. That's not to say it's entirely mineralized the whole way, but it's anomalous the entire distance. And big structure and rock-type package. All of the drilling so far has been in one central core area with about 13 square kilometers, 300 drill holes. Vast majority of them hit anomalous to high-grade gold. Typical intersections were 10 meters at better than 20 grams. Obviously there were some worse than that and some considerably better. So it's exciting to have the high-grade gold. The new area is 10 kilometers to the south along the identified structure with geochem along the way. So we'll be stepping out and trying to link those deposits up and trying to build a world-class discovery this year.
Well, we'll stay tuned for that. What else makes the Golden Predator unique?
Well, I think perhaps our strongest suit is our close relationship with the First Nations. We're working in their historical territory. We can't get there without them, and quite frankly, if the project doesn't make sense for the First Nation, the community, and the company, and obviously the shareholders, then you need to move on and find a better one. But this sort of cooperative venture with the First Nations and their backing has actually enabled us to do such things as put in a major bridge over a major river within 4 months from permitting time, which is a pretty unheard of time frame as well. But it gave us access to the property, allowed us to bring in the big equipment and really advance the project. So it's just an illustration of how we work together, and about half of our workforce is First Nation. It's got to work for everybody, and we're very strongly committed to that. And as I mentioned earlier with our shareholder base, not only are Janet Sheriff and myself the largest shareholders, Eric Sprott is a major shareholder. Pat DiCapo has been instrumental in moving the company along. Rob McEwen, of course, and he is a member on our board as well. And Albert Friedberg is another major shareholder. So with that core group of shareholders, I couldn't be any happier. The project's moving along very nicely, and we're funded. We've got about $12 million in the bank. We're looking at another 3 or 4 coming in over the course of the next 2 months in warrants that are deeply in the money and held by the aforementioned shareholders, so we're pretty certain they'll come in. Can never be absolutely certain, but we're quite confident. So that funds us quite well through this year's program.
And what should shareholders and investors be on the lookout for this year?
Well, I think more of the same, quite frankly. More very good drill results we anticipate, plus very much a broadening of the area that's mineralized. You know, here again, if we can successfully prove up the area between these two known mineralized areas, put some of the first drilling into the newly identified high grade at a part of our property called Sproggy on 3 Aces. That'll go a long way to making it a world-class discovery. And then, of course, with just a little bit of incremental work, if we can improve the metallurgy and the financial, IRR and NPV on Brewery Creek, I think you'll see it in a rising gold market having an increasing impact on the share price as well. But 3 Aces is the real driver.
Well, we'll stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having us, Mara Pope.
No problem. This is Mara Pope from the Investing News Network, your trusted source for investing success, coming to you live at PDAC 2018.